Hello, let's fly like a butterfly. So, we are going to do a short tarot reading today. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle to see if something pops out. I'll give it about five more shuffles. How about that? I hope you are having a great day, a great month, a great week, a great year, a great second, a great hour. Okay, just great. How about that? This one popped up. I'm glad at the end of this. Oh, wow. So we have the Hermit in reverse. I like in this card that the Hermit is walking towards what looks like a window, a light, because Hermit energy is very secluded, someone that does not want to be seen. Um, and I do like that this card is depicting that you are walking towards a window. Essentially, you want to be seen, you want to see, but it is in reverse, so it doesn't feel like fully. I don't know why I am just thinking of someone who wants to be a writer or do something that is exposed, but you want to keep some type of anonymity. Ooh, you want to be anonymous. I want to say anonymity, and I don't think that's the right way to say it. So I'm just going to say you want to be anonymous. You don't want that much exposure. You want to have some type of alias or moniker that you go by so that people close to you are not aware. It just feels like that. It just hit me. I don't know who that is for, but yeah, you want to. We're gonna pull the second one. I like how some of these cards are jumping. So the Six of Swords. Okay, yeah, it makes sense. That whatever that story about someone wanting to be more exposed, whatever you're doing, we'll just say a writer, Six of Swords, because you don't want to be hurt by the words and thoughts of other people. You don't want to have that. And when I look at this card every time, I look at how the colors fluctuate. It's like you'll have moments, you'll have ups and downs, but you don't care. You don't care about that. You don't want to deal with it at all. And even still, I think that also scares you where even under an alias, you still don't want to read that. You don't want to deal with that. There is a block button, depending on what you're doing. Let's pull one more card. Okay. Yeah. And even just if you're not doing anything that's exposed, it's just coming out, being seen. You don't want to be judged. You don't want people to talk about you. It does feel like you just don't want to deal with that. You may be someone who deals with anxiety or have social anxiety or have been really shy all your life. And that's probably why you're feeling this way about, I want to come out and be seen, because you feel like this is the time to come out. Like something in you is just saying, let's go ahead and do it. Uranus did just move into Gemini. Gemini is a mercurial sound or sign, very talkative, fun, and free. So that could be why you are now feeling this urge to get out and be seen, see other people, but you still have this on your mind. And mercurial people are going to think and talk. Okay, let's pull one more card. I'm gonna do one more shuffle. And with Uranus in there, it could be very unpredictable, good or bad. Okay, and then we have the Two of Swords. It's in reverse. Yeah, so and they're bending. Here's the thing, because as I just said, with mercurial people, with Uranus being an unpredictable signifier planet, it could be for good or for worse. With it moving into Gemini, you could experience the good of Gemini, which is very talkative, very fun, versatile, so many things you learn and know how to do. And then there could be that other side where they could be a little bit more, I don't want to say dogmatic because they are such a airy sign and they move. They might not stick with it, but you could experience that. You could experience people who are a little bit more dogmatic. So if you are in that writer's type of field, people who just do like will argue you down about your point of view and will be very stubborn and stuck in it, or will say very nasty and mean things. With this Two of Swords here in reverse, this is giving me battling, but it's also giving me with the curvature, bending, not breaking, but almost like whomever you are going to, you may or may not spar with, you are going to have your mind change possibly. And that's also a Gemini thing. They can change their minds. Everybody can change their minds. But with it being Mercurial sign, again, there's just so many things that when you read about the different signs, Gemini is one of those signs that just knows how to do so many things. But you change your mind. Okay, this today I wanted to learn how to knit. Now I want to learn how to ride an ATV. You go from one extreme to the next. And this feels very much like as you get into this space where people are saying things, you might change your mind. And maybe that might be what you're afraid of. You could be someone who's very set in your ways, but this could be a good thing, or it could be a bad thing. But there's going to be an exchange of words. Okay. There's going to be people that have things to say to you, and looks like you'll have some things to say back. Okay. Which is good. This could possibly really get you out of this hermit energy, because now the more you do it, the more you stand up and speak out and say something, you'll get a little bit more comfortable with it. It's not an easy process for sure, but it does feel like this is something that you could get used to. Um, that's full moonology card. I feel like this is a really good short reading for someone that's kind of getting out of their shell, that's busting out. I like that because that kind of goes with the Two of Swords. Don't let pride get in your way. And this is a full moon in Leo. Your pride is exactly what could keep you in a stance where this is what I believe. I'm not changing my mind on it. And you could be the dogmatic person. You could be the one that's just, this is what I believe. I'm not changing my mind. This is what it is. And there's some things where if it's factual, okay. But an opinion on something, I'm just going to make something like light waffles versus pancakes. Okay. Like, come on. um, but this could be where I say you have these bending moments where, oh, actually, I understand where you're coming from. That makes sense. And it's two swords, so it's both sides. You just might be in so many conversations and conflicts and disputes where you both have now switched sides, or you both have come to a middle ground where you see each other's sides. But if you have pride, that's going to keep you stuck, especially with full moon and Leo. Leo is a um, fixed sign. It also is a sign that's very compatible with Gemini, though. They can have a good time. Leos and Geminis can have a good time together. So this could be a really good time as well. Could be a lot of things go again, conversations, maybe you get your feelings hurt, somebody else's feelings get hurt, but in the end, in the midst of it, it could feel like, why this sucks. But once you get out of one conversation and one dispute, you're like, actually, that was not too bad. And then overall, this was a good time. Okay. If this reading resonated with you, I'm glad it did. If it did not, release it back into the universe for those who it does. And I will see you next time. Okay.